Okay, we're back from Randall's farm today. Very warm day. I think it's supposed to hit 103 or 104, so we tried to get home by about noon. We did a lot of different kinds of shooting. We didn't videotape everything we did. There were just a few things I wanted to get taped. And the first one is we tried out some ammo in the gel blocks. And if you want to come up here and take a look, there's a couple things that were a little surprising. First of all, well, I kind of verified that the gold dot is a good expanding round that holds together. Good, probably self-defense round right there. This was, I believe, the 69 Nosler, which mushroomed kind of neat and uniform, but it lost all of its jacket and everything. It fragmented quite a bit more. This gold dot left a couple little fragments, but for the most part it's still all together. And then for you guys, Old Fat Dad and everybody else, I compared the Interceptor to the Velocitor. The Interceptor is this one on your left, and this is the Velocitor. The Velocitor, I think, actually mushroomed out a little bit more. It's a bigger diameter. It looks like maybe some of the mushrooming flaked off or fragmented out from the Interceptor, which was a solid point, not a hollow point. The Velocitor was a hollow point. The Interceptor did make it about 3 inches further in the block, but they both penetrated really well. They made it almost down to the end of the block. Those are our conclusions. We're going to continue with the video here and kind of show what we did with a little bit of our practicing and odds and ends. So here we go. Okay, good morning. We're out here at Randall's farm. That's the Randall. That's Matthew, my son. The first thing we're going to do is test out some ammo in the gel block. The very first thing is we're going to do some practice on a cardboard so we can get the gel block correct. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we've fired our first shot. My son Matthew has, and this is the gold dot 55. There's the entrance. We see a pretty decent stretch cavity there, kind of thin, but it's there. We've penetrated to about 13 inches, and it looks like the bullet has held together and retained most of its weight. We got a couple little pieces of fragmenting there, but overall a really good result. Okay, this is our second shot from Matthew. This is the Winchester 45 grain, 3,600 feet per second. So you can see that it expanded apart there at the first, a pretty decent wound cavity, I would say, even though it's a fragmenting type bullet. Look at all those fragments right there, and the main piece of it, still a pretty substantial piece, made it probably 11 inches or so in. There it is compared to the gold dot. Okay, not unusable for self-defense, even though it fragments quite a bit. Okay, this whitetail 60 grain did a really good job, similar to the gold dot, except since it was a little heavier. We've got some good fragmenting right there, and then the main part of it made it further than anything else right there. So we've got fragmenting, but a good portion of the bullet still penetrated pretty well. Okay, now for my buddies with the 22s, Old Fat Dad and others, I'm going to shoot two. The first is the Interceptor, which has the solid soft point. It's going to be versus the Velocitor, which is a hollow point. Okay, if we take our attention over here. And let's go take a look at that first, so we don't get them mixed up. This is the Velocitor, or this is the Interceptor. come around here. You can see some massive penetration we got with the Interceptor. It almost made it to the end of the block. We have a little bit of expansion in the first part there. And we can pull the bullet out when we get home, but you can see that a lot of it seems to have made it pretty deep in there. Now let's try the Velocitor. Okay, Interceptor or Velocitor now. Let's go look. Like I got it right on target. And let's see what we've got. Looks like it's this guy right here, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So he didn't go quite as far as the Interceptor. And it looks like he may have mushroomed out a little bit. Let's just cheat and pull him out right now since he's close. We'll wait till we get home. Okay. Okay, the last two Matthew's going to shoot. We have the 75 grain Hornady Black, and then we've got the 69 grain Nosler. Both of them open tip match boat tail. So let's see how they do. Okay.
Bottom right.
Go for it.
Or am I top right?
Yeah. Okay, now the 69 Nosler.
Send it down. Bottom left, or?
Yeah, bottom left. Kind of right in between the top and the bottom, right on the line.
No guarantee.
Okay, let's go see what we got. Okay, the 77 grain. Is this it right up at the top?
Looks like all the way through.
Okay, so we went all the way through with the 77. Is this it right here though?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some, this white part here, I believe is that one. We got some expansion there. We're going all the way down. And yeah, we exited the block there. So pretty powerful there. Now the Nosler 69. Which one do you think it is?
It's one
of those two.
One of them exploded, so it's probably this one, right?
Yeah, so that 69 Nosler looks like it made it
Oh, there's the brown.
down almost to the end there. And again, pretty decent expansion cavity right there. Almost no neck. Okay. Okay, so it's this one right here, I think. Which is going to make it this one, maybe? Let's take a look at this side here. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one here. Look at that gigantic wound cavity from the Full Metal Jacket, and I'm not sure. I think those two were already there. Maybe this was part of it. I can't tell if that's definitely actually that looks like part of the Interceptor. So Okay, I'm confused now.
The side with the tape right here is the top.
Okay. So it was. It had to be this one.
Yeah, okay.
Because that wasn't there before. I'm just trying to see where it went afterwards. You can kind of just barely. I think it went out of the block down here. It's probably in here somewhere. You can just barely make out the line. So I think it went out of the block. But that's a pretty hard hit right there. Okay. Okay, one more try with a full metal jacket just so we can try to see it a little bit better. We turn the block around. Let's see if I hit it. Doesn't seem to move. Okay, yeah, we definitely hit it. If you look at the top, again, kind of that big cavity there. And then it went, then the full metal jackets always seem to kind of curve off after they start tumbling a little or whatever. We probably lost it out of the blocks somewhere. But that's basically, let's see, what's it look like from the side. Yeah. So there's your full metal jackets, just like that. The expansion starts a little later, and then you lose the bullet usually out of the block because it's going so fast, but you do a pretty decent amount of damage while you're in there. Okay. This is Matthew testing out his new scope he got for $5 at a flea market.
I have no idea where it's going.
Okay, just shoot a few, we'll go look.
Somehow a scope that was sitting out in the sun for who knows how long at a garage sale isn't perfectly zero.
Hey, we got Randall just checking his zero at 50 yards. Sounds good.
Alright, time to check out our zero at 50 yards with our scoped AR. Let's see how it does. Going for it. You're good to go.
Just in case you think the 30-30 is bad, I just want you to look at this, really, guys.
You'll get there. Alright, we're pulling out the battle rifle now to check the zero. Also at 50 yards. Let's see what happens. I think we'll hit. Ready.
200 yards, iron sights. Got to try to see if I can keep up with being able to do this. So what, 2 for 4? Okay, Matthew 200 with open sights. Got it?
I see. Now I kind of want to try one too.